I would like to participate in the Experience Ambassador programme because I truly believe that experience does matter, both for our guests and employees, and this would be my driving passion and motivation within my role since day one. Experience is something money can't buy, but it can only be created, knowing no boundaries across wealth, race, religion or status. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture or an earth-shattering revelation, but it has to be meaningful. Meaningful on an individual platform, and in my role as Experience Ambassador, this is the message I'd aim to deliver. Build relationships with guests, with colleagues, with business partners. What changes someone's view from a good place to stay or work to an experience that will never be forgotten? Discussed with friends for years to come. Create internal excitement and an overwhelming desire to return in the future. Focusing on the guest perspective, where does experience start? I believe strongly it is that first contact, the initial phone call or email, or even the walk-in. Language, tone, promises should all be filled with excitement and anticipation of what is to come and what an experience they will have with Frasers hospitality. You don't know people's individual scenarios, so how do you go about creating this unforgettable experience? I believe you listen, gently inquire, and then deliver. Don't promise things you can't deliver, as this will lead to a negative experience, but deliver beyond what you promise. This leads to my story and my desire to become the Experience Ambassador. When I first started working in hotels, I met a lady, Jane. Jane arrived at the property with 3 children aged between the ages of 3 and 7, and I checked her into her apartment. As an all-rounder, I worked between reception, the restaurant and the ski hire. After she checked in, she came down to the ski hire, which was unfortunately closed. Her children were upset and she was flustered. I explained that it was closed, but however that I was finishing my shift within 15 minutes and I would open the ski hire for her. She was over the moon with this. The following day the children were playing up in the restaurant and Jane was struggling to keep them under control. I noticed this and printed some colouring sheets and gave them to her children to pacify them whilst having their meal. On their final day, Jane asked if we had a kids club as she wanted a little bit of time to herself. I explained that we didn't, but having a crazy golf course on site offered to look after the children for an hour. She was over the moon and overjoyed with this experience. Before leaving, Jane asked to see me and she wanted to discuss her stay. She said it was the best holiday she had ever had, mainly due to the personal service she had experienced. She then explained that she was a single parent and had spent the last 3 years struggling and saving to be able to take her children on holiday. And what I had done during her stay had meant to her something that she and her children would never forget. Building relationships, personalisation and over-delivery. This is what makes unforgettable experiences, and this is why I would take a pride in being an Experience Ambassador for Frasers Hospitality, because experiences do matter.